Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Much Heroin. Uh, Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, could you believe that monsters have hearts? And they have good hearts, and they have feelings too? Well, it seems like, behavior shows you more than words. So we have this, the so-called the merchant of death. Do you know who that is? Yes, that's him, Viktor Baut. And Viktor Baut is that arms dealer that he's the merchant of death, but if you compare his dealings as the nature of the dealings and the quantity and money, he's nothing compared with another merchant of love, which is, yes, the Pentagon. So, as you know already, Mr. Viktor, the mustache man, right here, look how cute he is. There he goes. All right. He was released. He was swapped in a swap for something of the same caliber, a basketball lesbian player. Okay, why was it necessary for me to mention that thing with L? Well, because I think that, together with some other aspects, played a role in being fought for by the U.S. Department of State and other people, like the other guy, what's his name? I can't even remember his name. Willer. The other guy who was a Marine who did something for this country, trying to, something dangerous. He stays over there. He's been there 4 years, Mr. Weller. But Greener, she's been over there 9 months and she's out. And I suspect that has something to do with certain characteristics that are gonna help vote, and virtue signaling. Anyway, bullshit. So let's go and see what's going on with this guy, because he has a heart too. And besides, he's got a mommy. He's got a mommy too. And he's got a wife too. And I'm assuming a lot of girlfriends. But hey, what do I know? This article comes from maybe some boyfriends too. Oh man, this article comes from Reuters from December 8, 2022. Russia arms dealer Baut arrives in Moscow. Already. Hugs mother and wife. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is. I mean, he can be a criminal, but if he's doing something sweet, I think he's doing something sweet. And in this case, he hugs his mother. He could have just punched her in the face and elbow his wife and say, "Get the fuck out of here. Why did you come here? I don't love you anymore. I never loved you. I love money and guns." All right, so this is the guy. Russian arms dealer Viktor Baut arrived in Moscow on Thursday after he was exchanged in a prisoner swap with the United States and hugged his mother and wife after stepping onto the tarmac. Images on live television showed. All right. Baut, 55, was given a 25-year prison sentence by a U.S. court in 2012 on charges related to his arms dealing career. Did he have a PhD in arms dealing? He can't be as good as those guys in the Pentagon. They have the monopoly. He was swapped for a U.S. basketball star that I never heard of, Brittany Griner, who had been held by Russia since February. Now, she was held over there for 9 months, and then the other one, Wheeler, whatever his name is, the Marine guy, has been in Russia for 4 years, and he asked pathetically today, and why am I still here? I told you, I made a video on that, and I told him why. In a special way, I told him. You might want to check that out. And I'm quoting Mr. Baut. "I made it. That's the main thing." End quote. Baut said, adding He had not been told ahead of time what would happen. Now he spent 14 times out of the 25 years. That's about 60% of the time that he served. And this, what's her name? Greener, she stayed 9 months and she was in prison maybe 2 weeks out of 9 years. These guys moved fast. These guys being the State Department and Biden administration. Remember, they negotiated with Russia. The bad dudes, the terrorist state, terrorist dudes, they negotiated with Russia to get her released, but they would not negotiate or talk to Russia regarding the Ukrainian nation. Millions of people, refugees right now. Hundreds of thousands of others wounded, dead, and who knows what. Tragedy. And they talk for this woman. Yeah, she's a US citizen. They should work, but as a priority. Do you understand? As a value of life. One versus how many people over there. And you would not even engage the Russians in talking about that. That means they don't value as she values. She's that important. And that guy, Whelan, again, he's not valuing at all. And besides, she has supposedly the same value as Viktor. Do you think so? The guy was given 25 years for arms dealing, and she was having some cannabis, the cannabis girl, and she got 9 years contract in the penitentiary to play over there in the new league. Anyway, and I'm quoting what the Viktor said. In the middle of the night, they simply woke me up and said, "Get your things together." And that was it. Baut said in a brief remarks to a reporter from national television. Baut came down the steps carrying a large bouquet of flowers before embracing his mother and then his wife. Now that shows respect, don't you think? Well, what do you expect? Criminals could have charm. Well, right? They say that that guy in the 30s and 40s, he had charisma, and he was a pure evil, but he had charisma, and all the Germans fell for it because the Germans were idiots. They ignore something that the German population at that time was the highest educated population on this territory, called planet Earth, together with the Brits a little bit, and that was it. No. And not America. No. Anyway, remember what the Japanese, how they considered Americans? Well, maybe you want to read about it, but you will not like how they consider them. But you say, well, we kicked their ass. Yes, that's true. Not always, okay, that's enough. So, this guy is over there with his family for Christmas, and she is with her wife for Christmas, and Weller is not with his family for Christmas. He's gonna spend a white Christmas in a black cell, while Greener is gonna spend her white Christmas in a white room with her family and all that. She's gonna be a billionaire in about 3 years at the most, maybe 2. And we're all gonna have t-shirts with her as a hero or heroine, which one she identifies with. Heroine. Anyway, this is our culture, the culture we live in. And probably your children, if you have small ones, they will learn in school about how she was mistreated by those guys who somehow allowed her to leave, but not the other guy. But she was, mistreated, and she was, that word starts with an R. And then, the other one with starts with what? Age, phobic, and then east, R, blah, 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 east, and then age, phobic, and all that. But they somehow did not let the straight guy go. They let the not as straight who, whatever she is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. That's how justice works. Okay? This is, imagine that you are doing something for your country in a different country. You expose your life, you endanger your life for the security of our nation, United States of America. and you fall on the second place compared with a tarded basketball player. I mean, she is a good basketball player, but for female, okay? That's it. That's it. She might be a very nice person, which I don't know because I read a few comments that she made about the country that made her where she is, that did what it did for her. And those comments is like she came from the ugliest, most fucked up country. And for me it was like, you have no self-awareness and you are not, how should I put it, anyway, man, it's just, and she got released. The other guy didn't, and Mr. Baut got released as well. Thank you very much for being with me again today. At least both got wives, Greener and Baut. Times we live, maybe just for a while. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.